Welcome back!
Or welcome to the Figuring It Out podcast. This is episode 24.
Episodio 24.
Ooh.
That sounded nice in my throat.
That had a really nice ring.
Thank you.
Dominique, how are you?
I'm pretty okay. It's Saturday.
It is. We're recording this on a Saturday.
I just had a nice cup of joe.
Ooh.
I showered. I'm ready for life. How are you?
I am doing alright. I'm doing pretty swell. I'm doing better than last week.
We only want to see improvement here.
So, and today's Squish's birthday.
Happy birthday, Squish! Woo, woo, woo! How old is Squish?
Squish is 3, but she's 21 in dog years.
Are you gonna get her lit?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm baking her, little cupcakes.
So, other than an extraordinary play on words, what is a pupcake?
A pupcake is a puppy cupcake, but it's made out of applesauce, bananas, flour, and maple syrup, and, like, something else.
So you could totally eat it if you wanted to.
Totally, but it would be bland.
That's true. I'm not sure how advanced dogs' palates are.
Not very. But I am making human cupcakes that are going to be chocolate with peanut butter frosting.
That's perfect.
Yeah, you know? Gotta keep the play on the peanut butter and the dogs like peanut butter and yada yada yada.
And yada yada yada. It's a theme. We have a theme.
And then I'm gonna take her to PetSmart and buy her a little outfit and maybe a toy that she can pick out.
Aww.
I gotta treat my girl, you know?
You're gonna bring her out and about for the day.
Yeah.
She deserves it. She deserves a chance to get out of the house.
She's lived 21 years. She's surviving me as a mother. She needs a little, R&R.
Well, I wish Squish a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Here's to many more.
Cheers to that, sister.
And speaking of birthdays and them having no relation to this next topic, what are we doing today?
We are interviewing someone new.
Someone new.
Someone new? Who the fuck are you?
Gianna Floria. Hey.
Hey.
What's up, ladies? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Can I just let you know that not speaking just now about Squish, my beautiful goddaughter, was so hard.
Go ahead, talk about
Because
Squish.
I fucking love that bitch. Like, I literally love that little bitch. And I didn't know that she was gonna be 21.
Yes.
I just turned 21. Like,
Wow.
we have that in common.
Y'all should go out for some drinks sometime.
Exactly. I'm gonna bar her later.
Go ahead, that's fine.
And we're just gonna go to the bar.
That's
maybe
so,
the ale house.
We'll get so many guys.
Exactly.
Because she is just like the
Guy
gentleman
magnet.
caller.
Exactly. And she's also a bad bitch, so.
100%.
Yeah.
Honestly, the guys might get her. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she might outshine me a little bit.
Just a little threatening.
I don't know if I'll take her, actually. Oh, what a woman.
I know. I've raised her well.
You really did. You're a great mother.
She's learning how to roll over.
No way. Mm-hmm. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. What kind?
She's not old.
She's 21.
She's an adult now.
This is when the joints start to ache, generally.
Well, the joints start rolling for her.
Hey.
We love an educated bitch. You know what I mean?
Of course.
She's just a cutie.
Always.
And she's so
Forever a
smart.
cutie.
Oh
She really is the smartest.
Oh.
But she's also so dumb. Like,
I feel like that's what makes dogs lovable, though. When they're
Right.
smart, but also still dumb.
yeah.
Even when they're... Well, I mean, we all love dogs. No matter how dumb they are. We all love dogs. But, I mean, Squish. Hard eyes for that. For that girl.
What a great gal. So, Gianna, how are you? How are you doing?
How am I? I am wonderful. I woke up late, which the two ladies here know about. And driving here with my glasses on and no sunglasses was a little hard because the parkway from Brick to here is
But you did it.
crazy, and I did it, and I survived, and I'm here. And I drove right past your house. I had to do a little legal K-turn, you know what I mean?
I had to do that the first time I came here, too.
It's all good. I'm glad that I'm not alone in that one.
Well, we're glad you made it. We're glad you're here.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so honored to be here.
Now, we have our first question for you, and our first question comes from the previous guest.
Our previous guest would like to know, if humans developed the ability to fly, do you think we would treat it like walking and exercising and would nobody do it? Or
I definitely think that they would do it because, hello, it's flying. Like, but I'm interested in, like, the traffic laws that they would set.
That's
for
what we brought up
flying.
as well.
You know? It's
exactly.
like, it's like, are they gonna make, like, how would they do that? And would they prohibit people from flying until they had those traffic laws? And would there be, like, DUIs in flying? You know what I mean? I definitely think humans take advantage of everything that comes into their play. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, of course, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I think it would be literally incredible if that happened. But we would definitely, you know, abuse that power at one point.
I believe so, too. I think that if people could fly, they would not view it as exercise.
You don't think so?
No.
It would exert the
really
same
don't
energy.
think so.
Honestly, I feel like it would depend. Do you mean like fly like a bird? Like flap the wings?
I don't know if humans would develop actual wings or an
they just,
evolutionary
like,
limb,
could.
or
Yeah.
if they just could just start
Just
flapping
adapt to
their
the
arms
air.
and go
Yeah.
for it. Either
Adapt to
way,
the air.
you know what I mean. But, you know, as humans, you're absolutely right. I think we would ruin it. We would ruin such a beautiful
100%.
ability.
We'd be like, yay, flying! In 5
And
years,
then
we'd be like, nope, actually, you polluted.
People would start getting, like, shots, so they would, like, not have the ability to fly anymore.
Some
Like,
Or the government would make you start getting shots.
like a vaccination.
Yeah. Conspiracy theory.
We're not Shane Dawson.
I wish I was. Oh my god.
Don't we all?
The money.
Seriously.
Goodbye. The YouTube
The
thing,
house.
Goodbye. The house. The family. Like his whole group of people. I would pay good money to be friends with Garrett. Garrett Watts.
Me too.
I love that man. Like
He's the sweetest, dorkiest thing ever.
right? And then Andrew is literally so
His giggle.
beautiful. His giggle. Oh my god. Goodbye. Love him.
Okay, so you're a college student.
Yes, I am in fact a college student.
Could you run me through what your average days consist of?
Okay, so like the average school day.
Yeah, you could do your average school day or your average weekend or whatever.
Okay,
You could do both.
maybe I'll just run through the whole week. Monday
Go
through
ahead,
Friday.
yes.
Well, I mean, like regular weekdays, I wake up. I never take a class before 11 because
Self-care.
I cannot exactly self-care. I cannot wake up. Some people love to take 8 a.m.s and like get everything done and then they have their whole day. I would love that too, but I know that I am not functional enough to get up at 8 a.m. every single day. So I always have my 11 a.m.s waiting for me, and sometimes I even miss those because I am a college student and I am lazy and unmotivated. And yeah, so it's just back-to-back classes. I'm a psych major, so they're all psych classes, except for the random electives that I have to take.
What kind of random electives do you have to take?
So since I've been taking, like, when I came to Rowan, I was a journalism major, but they threw me in a couple of psych classes just to, like, get me well-rounded. And so I've been taking psych classes since freshman year. So I'm almost, like, in my roster of things I have to do, I'm literally almost done with psych classes. And so now my advisor's like, you have to take a whole bunch of electives to, like, fulfill your requirements.
Okay.
23 credits, in fact. So I'm taking elements of dance.
Oh,
Right
wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jody, my professor,
Okay.
she's a woman.
What's
like
up, Jody?
Love her. Shout out to Jody. She's my woman. She lives in Philly. Love her. But yeah, she's so cool. And it is so awkward to be in that class because it is a beginner class for dancing.
Right, and you're actually dancing.
Yeah, well, it's starting with, like, movements. So we're
Right.
not learning, the second half of the semester is going to be learning about, like, the different jazz, like, hip-hop, all that stuff.
Oh my god, a dream.
But, right, so I was like, I thought that's what it was going to be the whole semester.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, right now we're learning about spaces and movements and posing, and it's actually really cool to learn about,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
stuff that people don't think about with dance.
Right.
And definitely something that when I was in dance in like middle school, I never learned about that.
Yeah.
But she just on the first day we learned about like the different levels of movement. And like low level movement is literally on the ground. So she had like she was
Okay.
playing some like weird ass music and she's like, all right, just walk around, okay, and just keep walking around the dance floor, and then she would just shout and be like, all right, low level, and you would have to keep moving but
Right.
on the ground. So everybody's like on the ground, they're crawling, they're rolling, like
my
I just shook
God.
the table, I'm so sorry.
It's
You
okay.
are all good.
they're rolling, and then she's like, all right, medium level, and that's like just like regular walking or like covered like stuff, and you have to keep moving. And then high level is jumping and your arms are in the air.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's
imagine
really
like
interesting.
all these students who on the first day who are all awkward with each other, we
Yeah.
don't
Right.
know each other, now they have to roll on the floor and jump in the air and
It's a good icebreaker.
hit into
It
each other.
really is.
Literally. After that, there was no limits. No matter
it's
what
like-
she made us do, and we team up and we have to do stuff that it's like pose with your partner and mirror them. Mirroring people, you have to look them in the eyes.
Right.
I'm like, I have my hand up. I'm like, hello, hi. This is so weird. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and it's a good break from the psych classes. It's just nerve-wracking because psych is what I'm good at.
Yeah. Right.
So I know that I'm gonna get a good grade,
Right.
or at least I'll push really hard for a good grade because I need to know this and I want to know this. Whereas like with the electives, it's like I try to pick the ones obviously that I like dance, and
Yeah.
I'm in creative writing too. We love her. That's I
Couldn't
love
get
to
enough. Had
write.
to do another round.
Yeah. And so like those are easy enough, but it's still nerve-wracking because you don't know what your grade is going to turn out to be, and then it's like how can it affect your GPA in the end? And that's really like, speaking of college life, that's all that you worry about in college. Not
Great.
like, obviously there's so many other things to worry about, but the biggest one is like GPA, especially for me.
Yeah.
And especially like with a lot of psych majors nowadays, you can't just get a bachelor's in psych. You have to go further. If you want a job in the psychology field, you have to get a master's or a PhD. And
Yeah.
it's
And that's,
almost
like,
always
10
better
years of schooling.
to get a PhD, and that's what I'm going for. So
Wow.
it's like
So you're in it for the long haul.
yeah, oh yeah. And especially since I know that and not to say that I'm dumb, because I know that I'm smart, and I know
Right.
that I have my shit on track.
Right.
But it's very, PhD programs straight from bachelor's are extremely hard to get into. And people who have a 4.0 every single semester don't even get into them. So I have to get my master's first, and then my PhD, so that's even longer.
Okay.
So, not excited for all that school. But you know what? It's
But
what I
then-
signed up for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one day you're going to be able to look back at it and be like, holy shit, I did so much schooling and look where I am.
Exactly.
And now
You're
I'm
gonna know it's
practicing
worth it.
something that I love and I know
Yes.
literally everything about it.
Yes, exactly. And I just really, I know this is selfish to say, but I can't wait until I can make my family call me doctor. I can't wait for it because I just, you
You
know,
should throw yourself like a party once you do it and
Oh.
be like, only call me doctor from
you,
now on.
to me
you
strictly
already
as the
know
doctor.
it. Dr. Floria, hello.
The
Doctor
day that-
is in.
Yes.
The day that you graduate from like your final like PhD, whatever,
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you a leather jacket, like inscribed doctor.
Jaina, I would love that.
Girl, I got you.
I would cry. I would, even if you just got me like one of those like name tag things
Yes.
for your desk that just said doctor, I would be like, even if you just sketched on a piece of like a napkin
Doctor.
from your coffee like that morning, Dr. Floria, I'd be like, thank you so much for appreciating the hustle. Thank you.
Always, like,
You
always have
know?
to appreciate your hustle. You work so hard.
Oh my god, I really, honestly, I used to feel like in high school, high school was a breeze. Like, not to say like that high school wasn't hard. I know it was really hard for some people, and it was emotionally, obviously, it's hard.
Oh, yeah.
You grow a lot in high school. But with school, it was always kind of natural to me. And going to college, like, I didn't have a study method, nothing.
Yeah.
And then thank God I have my psych classes, because there's a lot of classes that you have to take that have to do with the brain, obviously, like perception. I had to take cognitive psychology, and all of those things help you study, like, with your study methods, because you learn about memory and stuff like that. And that saved my ass, because I did not know how to study for an exam, and in college you have to study. You
Yeah.
have to study. It doesn't come that easy anymore. Yeah.
Me, in high school, I didn't know how to study. So that's why I was so bad at, like, test taking and stuff like that. Because I wasn't able to retain the stuff properly.
Yeah.
And that would have helped me so much if I knew how to actually study. Because
Yeah.
no one teaches you that.
Well,
They don't, and
They
that's
really
an
don't.
issue. Yeah.
do they teach you in college? Is that what you're like? Do you have a method that you follow that is tried and true?
Yeah, actually, and it's flashcards, but the thing is, you have to learn the right way to do study flashcards.
Yeah.
What
Because
is?
there is a right and wrong way, and it's so basically it seems so simple when you think about it, but it's not, because it has to do with your flipping method, what you're seeing. So when you show yourself one side of the card, right? So you show yourself the definition and you have to think of the term. It's important that you don't flip over the card until you actually take the time to recall. You have to let your brain process.
Yeah.
Because so often we look at it, we're like, I don't know that, and you just flip it over. And then you're not retaining the information. If you
Yeah.
take and that's why I hate to be that asshole that's like, you can't study like right before class, even though I do that sometimes. But it really is, because you have to take the time to think back, and if you take like a minute or two, you can almost always, as long as you've gone over the information like once or twice before, you can almost always find it somewhere, or at least get a hint of it.
Yeah.
And then that confirmation of having that is like, that's all that the term is for, is for
Yeah.
your confirmation.
Yeah.
And it's important to set aside the ones that you really don't know and keep doing that. Like, the recall process of your brain is actually so good, and your memory is so good. You just have to give it
its time.
Give it a second. And because
It's like a computer loading.
yeah, but we're so used to like instant gratification
Especially nowadays.
that it's like, if you don't think of it automatically, you just flip it over, and that actually harms you, because you're not putting that into your long-term memory.
Yeah.
You're not letting your brain, think about it for a second.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, there's other things too. Quizlet also saved my life. I didn't even know that was a thing.
What is
No,
Quizlet?
not until college.
Yeah, I had heard about it, but
Right.
I thought the only time I had ever heard about it was like, oh, I found the answers on Quizlet, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought it was just a place to take like quizzes.
Yeah, what is that?
So it's basically where you can make online flashcards.
Oh.
And then it's really cool because they have the flashcard thing, but then they also have, once you make all the flashcards, you can learn them. So they use the information that you gave them in the flashcards, and they like teach it to you, and they make you type it out and stuff like that. And they have like a game version where it's like these rocks are floating at you, and you have to click the definition to
very
destroy
Mavis
them.
Beacon.
Yes. Oh my God, Mavis Beacon.
Mavis Beacon.
The typing program.
The typing program.
What is the Mavis Beacon typing program? I did not.
Oh, you don't
Oh
remember
my
technology? You went to North Dover, right?
I did, but oh my god.
Right? Yes. There you go.
Oh my God.
The wheels are turning.
That recall, I had to think about it for a
there you
second.
go. Recall.
Oh my god, Mavis Beacon, what a fucking gal.
What a
Mavis
program.
Thank
Beacon.
you. Thank you, Mavis, for
Oh
all
my
you've done.
God.
Thank you for always reliably telling me my words per minute.
And did you guys have I think it was called kids art or something? It was
I think
was
so.
basically like paint, but like a kid's version. It had like a bunch of stamps, and like you could like spray paint the page.
Yes.
And like
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my
vaguely
God.
familiar.
And some kid would always like draw a penis.
Yeah, with like the stamps.
Yeah. And then he'd like cover it up. And he'd
Yeah.
like, oh, the teacher's coming.
Yeah. Or they'd like quickly erase it. Or switch back into Mavis Beacon.
And typing.
Tick, 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 tick.
And I never learned, like, we had to keep our fingers in one spot for
Uh-huh.
Mavis Beacon too, and I hated
Hey,
it.
in the middle,
Yeah.
the middle bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still do not type like that.
No.
I'm just
One
all over.
finger.
Yeah.
one finger at
Oh.
a time. Just Mavis Beacon taught me absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
And my dad's like a lawyer, and he still types like that. He types even worse, I think. 'cause
My
he's
dad-
like,
My
He
dad
regressed.
types with his ring finger,
Uh-huh.
so he'll go 1,
Bob.
oh my God, how is your dad? I adore your dad.
Oh, he's good. He's 55 now.
Ooh,
I
big
know.
5'5".
Yeah, he took up metal detecting.
Did he?
Yes.
What a dad thing to do.
Yeah, he's been on it for a few months, and he watches metal detecting videos on YouTube.
No.
He, like, found, like, metal detecting vloggers.
Amazing.
We all need our hobbies.
Dude, there's, like, a whole community for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I swear.
Like a forum online.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And he just, like, types to his
With his
metal
ring
detecting
finger.
friends with his ring finger.
But he, like, watches these guys. Some of them are from, like, Pennsylvania. One guy is, like, from, southern New Jersey, and he just, like, goes around and, like, parks and stuff. Like, they just, like, dig up, and they find, like, old things. And he comes into my room all the time after he, like, metal detects, and he's like, look what I found! This is a 1776 coin, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like...
Your dad's out there finding coins from the 1700s?
Yeah, dude.
What is he doing with them?
He collects them.
He just collects them?
Yeah,
just for
he
the hell of it?
He has a whole collect. He, like, cleans them, and then he, like, has his, like, little storage container for them.
Oh, he has a whole process.
Yeah.
And then he...
Our whole countertop is, like, filled with his, like, metal detecting stuff.
That's some wholesome dad shit.
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, he has no other hobbies.
Oh.
He works, and then he, like, watches metal detecting YouTube videos and goes metal detecting. And
Hey.
sometimes he goes with his friend Phil,
Ooh.
and they have, like, guy time, or most of the
that's
time,
great.
he'll go by himself and listen to, like, the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh my
because he
God.
loves Joe Rogan. He'll watch Joe Rogan's podcast, or he'll watch metal detecting videos, or he'll watch, what's that movie that came out that has, like, all of the, like, different choices that you can do on Netflix?
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch. He'll watch that. Because he chooses different options every time.
He's still going with it?
He does it, like, he's watched it 3 times now, I think.
Oh, wow.
How long is it? I haven't watched it yet.
It's kind of
It's
just
like an hour and a half, I think.
It depends on the options that you choose, because if you choose one option, it can go longer than if you choose one option that actually is the wrong option and puts you back at the beginning.
That shit's so crazy.
Yeah.
So it varies a lot.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Bob's good. He's hanging in there.
I'm so glad to hear it. Because he was always like that wholesome dad. And every
Yeah.
time I came over to your house, he was like, hey Gianna, what's up? And I was like, I love you, Bob. What the hell? Like, be my dad. Adopt me, please.
Yeah, my dad's he's a really friendly guy. And he asks about you every now and then. Yeah, he's he confuses all of my friends. He doesn't know any, like, he knows their names, but he doesn't know their faces.
Right.
And sometimes he'll, like, address them by their car. He's
That's
like,
amazing.
Dominique's the one with the red car, right? She used to have the Beetle. I'm like, yes, that's
So
Dominique.
there you go.
Dominique has been in this house for 5 years, like.
Oh my god. No, I feel like that's a general dad thing.
Yeah.
Because my dad only remembered the name of Sherry and Annie for my whole high school career.
Yeah.
That's it. My only friends were Sherry and Annie. I had other people coming over constantly. I had to say Marissa's name like 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
Marissa, you know, she has dark hair. She's a hairstylist. Marissa with a little white car. That's, for some reason, the cars are what they catch on to, but not the people that are actually in their home for like a period of time.
Dad's brain capacity works on a different level than all other brain capacities.
Yeah, and they pay attention to, like, the weirdest details about a person, and then you'll have to, like, be like, the one with the hair. Like, the one with the big hair, or, like...
The nose
like,
ring that you commented on that you didn't like. Yeah, her. Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, her. Okay. And then they'll, like, get something else completely wrong about that person, you're just like, you were so close.
You were
So close.
You'll get him next time, Bob. It's okay. All right, Gianna. Let's take it back in time a little bit.
Ooh, yes. Let's go.
Think about your life
Okay.
when you were 18.
Oh, just
God.
2 years
Scary
ago, but
times.
still.
Scary times, I'm sure.
Okay.
How does it compare to where you are now?
Wow, okay. So, definitely a lot of trauma since then. I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was at work and I was saying, isn't it? So, because I just turned 21. So, even last night I went to a bar with Rob. And Rob Rudnicki and Jake Goldman, love them. And I was sitting there and I was like, it's so crazy to think that we're 21 right now. Because when I was in high school, like, I was waiting for this day.
Yeah.
But compared to when I was 18, when I graduated high school, like summer 2016, that was my prime. You know, I was
That was
so
such a
happy.
good summer for, like, everybody, I feel like.
Yeah, I was so happy, like, no worries. I had a boyfriend. It was my first boyfriend, and it was just, it was so awesome. I was so, now looking back, so naive, even though, you know, we all like to say we're not naive, and, like, I prided myself, I was like, don't ever call me naive, like, I know what's going on. No, I don't. Like, even in the world, I didn't know really what was going on. I didn't know, like, anything about myself, and then going to college, like, really, really fucks you up, but in a good way, I feel like. Well, I mean,
necessary.
it can fuck you up in a bad way, and then it can fuck you up in a good way, because it really teaches you to deal with shit on your own.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been pretty independent, like, my whole life, just because of family shit and stuff like that. I always had to just rely on myself.
Right.
You
And
just
then,
had to get shit done.
Yeah, going to college, I mean, I had so many roommate situations where I was just alone. Like, I just learned how to be on my own. And it was hard because, you know, you want to make a lot of friends in college. And my freshman year, I felt like I wasn't making any friends in college. And it was really tough to get through. And then my mom, you know, moved to Texas. So that was tough. And it changed me a lot.
Yeah.
Like, my sophomore year, I want to say, is when I really grew the most. And, like, figured out who I was. And, of course, like, my sexuality was just, like, blooming. Because, I mean, summer 16 is, like, when I lost my virginity with that first boyfriend. And so I had no idea. You know, everybody in high school was fucking all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, good job.
Go you!
Yes. Not for me, though. Like, there were so many people where I was like, I had a crush on them, but I would be like, I can't picture myself like having
it's just
sex
not
with
ready.
them,
Right.
you know? And then it happened, and it was great. We love sex. And now, I mean, that's what I want to do. So with psych, I'm doing social psychology, and I want to do research social psychology. But my research emphasis is human sexuality.
Interesting.
Awesome.
So, like, yeah, so that, my sexuality expanding actually helped me figure out what I wanted to do, and now I want to, so, like, the end goal is to create a better and more comprehensive and inclusive sex ed program for
love
the country,
that.
because it's literally abysmal. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Well, I actually have a question kind of off of that.
Okay.
Do you have an opinion of where the education system's going for public schooling?
Right now, I mean, I want to say, besides the sex ed shit, I don't know much about where the education is right now in all other subjects. I think, all I know is, like, math is getting harder. Like, they have to, I heard about this, like, process where they have to...
I don't know the exact process, but it takes literally 3 minutes to do one problem.
Right, I think it's core something?
Something like that. And, like, it's basically, it's like lattice multiplication, but mixed in with, like, regular multiplication. So it's like you have to do both at once.
Yeah.
And it's just this long-winded process that makes no fucking sense. And someone made a video of them, like, the teacher actually doing, like, the long way.
Right.
And then someone doing it, like, the normal, like, in a box, like, here we go.
Yeah,
and then they make, like, they finish the problem, and then they make coffee.
They make
like,
coffee?
while the other video is playing, because that's how long it took.
Oh, jeez.
Like, it took an entire time to, like, make coffee for that woman to finish telling that problem.
No thank you from me. I'm so, honestly, so glad that we didn't have to do that shit, because me and Math,
got out
we're not homies.
at a really good time, I think.
Yeah.
Like, right before everything kind of became, like, just so pressurized, and, like, even now, like, they're putting so much more pressure on standardized testing.
Which is gross. Like, it's gross.
It's basically, like, all kids are learning.
How to take a test.
Yeah. And that's ridiculous. It's like, but why not? Because there's so much research on how standardized testing does shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you think about it, like, I know when I was in the application process, so many people told me, you know, with your dream schools, if you feel like your SAT scores aren't good enough, wait a year, go to college, go to a college that you can get into for a year, and then apply to your dream college and see if you can get in. Because once you get your GPA, your college GPA under your belt, your SAT scores don't really matter anymore, which I think is then why? Then why the fuck do we have to take them? And why do they matter so much?
I never took my SATs.
Yeah.
I thought it was so stupid.
The new SATs, I think, now, I might be wrong, they either lessen the emphasis on the writing portion or they completely took it out. Which is the only thing that I was actually good at.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? Like, just like you said, though, we had, like, the proper timing because as soon as, like, our junior year when we had to take them, that was the last year that they did, the writing. They did a whole, now they're back to 1600 for the scoring instead of 2400.
Yeah.
And now they have the park testing, which I just missed.
They're actually ending the park testing.
Already?
Yeah. It's been in there for 4 or 5 years now.
I know, but I thought that, the HESPAs were a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently they're taking it out because kids just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, so many parents have complained about it that they're just like, no. Because it never counted.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe that it has counted since we graduated. Like,
really?
It's still, yeah. So they're taking it out.
Good. I mean,
it was just an absolute waste of time. We wasted half of the year learning about just stuff for the park test.
Yeah.
And I was just like, can I, like, learn the actual, curriculum?
Yeah, because there's so many things that they don't teach you in high school.
Yeah.
So many things.
Because they're focusing on the standardized testing and getting you ready for that. And it's like, okay, but what are you really getting us ready for?
Yeah.
Because you should be getting us ready for college.
Yeah.
You know?
Real life.
And real life.
And the fact that most schools took out home economics because they just don't have the funding for it. So kids don't know how to sew buttons on things. Kids don't know how to cook. They don't know how to make eggs. Like, it's these, like, basic things that, like, we should all be taught, but it's just... Yeah, but even that is merely an elective, and most people don't have to take it.
Yeah. Well, music, too.
Music, too. But that's also considered an art.
Yeah.
Comes back to money.
Could switch it around, basically.
It's like the schools can't make money off of kids taking an art program or a home economic class. They can make money off of them having the best standardized test scores in that county or region.
Yeah.
You know,
that's true.
They just monetize it, and that's just so shitty.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Would you consider yourself a leader or a follower?
Leader.
Leader,
100% a leader. Because... well, like I said, I'm very independent, and also I like to form my own opinions about things, and I spent a lot of my high school career following and being in the shadow of people, and I hate it. I hate it, and I've always hated it. And one of the things that, like, actually being friends with Annie that I benefited from.
I love Annie.
I love her. She's in Australia right now.
I know.
And
she's living it up.
Do you follow her Finsta?
Yes.
That bitch, I will show you later. She is having the best time. Seriously. And she's going on dates with Australian men. Like, that was her dream. Her
Annie.
dream in high school. So I'm just so happy for her. But she was, not always, but she has this confidence about her that is remarkable. I mean, she knows what the fuck she wants, and she gets it. And being friends with somebody like that, she taught me so much about loving myself. And about it being okay to not love yourself sometimes. But that doesn't mean that you generally, like, hate yourself.
Yeah.
It's just, like, sometimes you're just not feeling yourself, but you gotta hype yourself up, you know? And, like I said, I always felt like I lived in the shadow of people, and she taught me, like, no, you are a ray of sunshine, and you need to own it.
Yeah.
Because you have your own spotlight. You just need to step out of everybody else's shadow and not let anybody put you in their shadow. You know what I mean? And I was like, word, bitch. It took a while, but she really taught me, you know, how to step out and be my own person.
Yeah.
And because, like I said before, with all the roommate shit and having to do shit on my own and, you know, family stuff and seeing other people's views, I definitely try to see things from my own perspective and then through others' perspectives. And that's a part of psych as well that I learned. You have to get everybody's perspective on something before you do something like that. And a big part of ignorance is, you know, being a follower and not thinking for yourself. So I'm 100% a leader in that aspect, yes.
Love that.
So
That's great.
thank you.
Yeah, I've always seen you. Honestly, even in high school, I've always seen you as a leader. Like, I've just always...
Thank you.
Like, I see myself as a leader, but
Yeah,
there are always
definitely.
there's always people that, like, you just want to follow their lead because you're just like, you're so cool. I just want to be, like, a little bit like you.
Yeah.
And, like, you're just one of those people who I've always been, like, attracted to, like, drawn to. And I'm like, I just want to do what Gianna's doing because Gianna seems like she's living her life.
Wait, stop. I love you. That's me with you, Dana.
Oh my god! Oh,
Stop it.
Are we, like, friends?
Oh my god, like, are we having a moment right now?
Maybe. Take it offline.
I'm blushing. Like, stop. Tom, I'm so sorry that you're here for this tension.
I know. I
right
feel like
now.
such a third wheel right now. I just the love is in the air. It's blossoming
It's okay,
before
we're
my
sending
very
love your way,
eyes.
too.
Sparks are flying.
Oh my. Oh my. Sparks Fly. Sparks Fly by Miranda Cosgrove plays in the background. Oh.
Didn't Taylor Swift have an album called Sparks Fly?
Yes.
Did she?
Wait, was Sparks Fly? No, Miranda Cosgrove definitely has a song named that, but also I think Taylor Swift had an album called Sparks Fly.
Who did it first?
Ooh.
Taylor Swift, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I'm surprised Taylor Swift didn't sue her.
I mean, no offense to Miranda Cosgrove, but I mean, compared to, like, Taylor Swift's, like,
I know.
a little more famous. So I think her Sparks Fly is, I mean, that's what came to your mind.
Yeah.
Mine was like, Miranda Cosgrove. I love Nickelodeon. Like Harley.
And this is where we introduce the new segment, Random Dancing.
Oh god, that was, honestly though, that was in its prime. iCarly was right before YouTube really blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really...
It, like, prepared us.
yeah, honestly.
100%.
And now YouTube is, like, everything.
Yeah.
You know?
I love
It
YouTube
is.
so much.
YouTube went a very different path than
Yeah.
it was when I was a kid. I remember first discovering YouTube probably when I was like 10,
Yeah.
watching YouTube videos of the Hillary Duff music videos, but using Sims instead of like people.
Yes.
I remember the, like, Club Penguin ones of that.
Yes.
People would make, like, and, like, Club Penguin, like, cheat code videos.
Yes.
And, like...
Do you remember I Can Ride My Bike with No Handlebars?
Yes.
No handlebars. Bro, that shit. Do you remember the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny?
No.
No.
Okay, we're gonna watch that later
Okay.
because that shit was so... It was one of the first, like, videos I ever watched on YouTube.
Really?
And I feel like it was one of the first, like, viral videos.
Do you remember Charlie the Unicorn?
Yes, Charlie!
It was an era.
Oh my god.
And Salad Fingers?
That was terrifying.
I
was
loved
terrifying.
Salad Fingers.
To this day,
I
I'm
thought
so
Salad
scared
Finger
of it.
was so cute.
Did you?
Yes.
That's a very interesting perspective.
I was never scared of it. I was like, yeah, this is weird, but it's cute. Like, his little, like, voice and the way he was like, oh, it's sad. Fingers.
Do you remember
And
that
he would, like-
episode of Salad Fingers where he rubbed nestles over his
Nipples? Yes.
Nestles?
Nestles? Isn't that what he called them?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
That was so
I just
long
remember
ago.
the nipple thing.
He self-inflicted pain on his own nipples, and that's the main identifier I have for
Yeah.
Salad Fingers in my brain.
Interesting. No, I just remember his voice, and I was like, his voice is kind of creepy, but it's cute. It's, like, endearing.
It's endearing. I just want to take care of him. What's wrong, Salad Fingers? Oh my god.
What's something that makes you lose hope in humanity?
So many things.
It's true.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. There really is so many things, but I can't think of one thing that comes to mind. Okay, so, I mean, everything kind of comes back to the sex ed thing. But one of the things is, I can't think of a major one right now, but I know this one, it makes me just like, are you kidding me? Like, really? So I know a lot of people in college who don't use condoms, don't wear condoms, all that stuff, and guys will constantly, I'll be like, you need to wear a condom, you know, like, that needs to happen.
Yeah.
And the guys will be like, oh, don't worry, like, she was on birth control. And I'm like, that's not the only reason to wear a condom, chief!
Exactly.
Like, and the fact that we still don't know that shit
Yeah.
is when I'm like,
And it's not even
Come
that
on.
kids don't know it. It's like, I'm sure they know that, like, that's how you get STDs and stuff. But
Yeah.
they're not aware that, like, that's how you actually get STDs. And you can get an STD.
exactly, that's the thing. They don't think that they can ever do it.
Yeah.
And when, like, the statistic is, like, 2 out of 3 people will encounter herpes in their lifetime. 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay? There's 3 people sitting here right now. 2 of us will encounter, whether that means they like
have it,
or they know
been
someone,
with a partner,
or they've been with someone who has it.
Yeah.
Right.
And herpes doesn't go away.
No.
Like, it's viral.
Yeah.
So, hello, and we're in college, bro.
Yeah.
We share drinks. We fuck random people. You need to wear a fucking condom. Just wear a condom. And men, it's gotten to the point where dudes don't carry condoms with them. I carry a condom with me always. I don't have one right now, but I have ones in my makeup bag. I have one. Amazon, you can buy a 144 pack for $15. And that's what I did.
Love
and I give them out to my friends.
Very proud.
But-
I know
of you.
someone in high
Thank
school
you.
who bought like 144 condoms from Costco. They bought like a huge bag of condoms from Costco. It was like $12.
Yeah, buy in bulk.
And then I remember finding out about that, and I was like, "That's insane. Why do you need that many condoms?"
That's insane. Yeah. I get mine out. I originally got them when I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
But then
And you're
I
like,
was,
"We're gonna use them all."
I was like,
baby."
yeah, now we don't, because we kept going to, like, Walgreens, and we would get, like, a pack of 3, and they were, like, $12.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, we can get everything on Amazon in bulk for, like, $10 for
Yeah.
the same amount of price,
Right.
amount of money. There we go. So I got them, and then, like, 2 weeks later, we broke up. And I was like, all right, well, I mean, I'll still need these at some point,
Yeah.
and I hand them out to people, and I'm like, if my roommates, if anybody ever needs
You should
one,
just have like a candy bowl of condoms in your room.
Please take one.
That's what I honestly should. I just keep them in my drawer, but I'm
No,
gonna
you
take
should
that
definitely
advice.
like
Yeah.
get like a cute like decorative bowl.
Little
And
mint
just like
dish.
Yes.
yes, a
Like
mint dish.
candies, keep
Yes.
them like the
And, like-
as soon as you-
So always buy your grains in bulk and always buy your condoms in bulk. You'll
Yes.
save yourself money and frustration in the
Very
long
true.
run.
And buy your nuts in bulk.
Buy your nuts in bulk. Bulk nuts. So,
my favorite kind.
other than buying things in bulk, do you have a tried and true life hack that you've like developed over your life?
A tried and true life hack. Mm-hmm. These are like really good questions.
Thank you so
much.
A little bit.
Oh my god, no, really. Like
Thank
your journalistic abilities? Wow.
Right off the top of our noggins.
Yes, love it. Can you also tell if this is me stalling because I can't think of anything?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Life hacks. Oh, sorry. I don't know right now.
Do you have like
I really
a studying hack besides
the
the
flashcards?
flashcards?
I mean,
Or
no,
like a
I don't
college
think
do you have
so.
a party hack?
Party hack. Oh my god. I really can't. I definitely do.
Just like things that are like shortcuts.
Shortcuts. I mean, always bring a fracket.
What's a
That's
Fracket?
important. A frat jacket. So that's anything that.
It's terminology.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. We didn't even get into like the partying part of the
No.
college life thing yet, and that's.
We can because I'm interested in that.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the most interesting part of college. I mean, I could talk about psych and sex ed all day, but everybody wants to know about the parties,
parties.
and everything like that. So, frackets are frat jackets in the sense of like it's a jacket that you or a jacket or a sweatshirt that you don't give a fuck if somebody steals it or you lose it.
Okay.
It's just warm enough to get you to the frat because a lot of people walk to frats.
Okay.
Although I am a lazy sack of shit and I Uber everywhere now. But this way, you know, you're still walking to frats when it's like 0 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Like, so, but the frats are very hot. They're very hot.
A
Yeah.
lot of bodies.
A lot of bodies, a lot of it's gross too. Like you're not gonna wear long sleeves. You're not
Yeah.
gonna, you know, some people do, but I sweat like a fucking pig. So
And especially if you're drinking and dancing and
exactly,
you know,
exactly. So you'll see me and my little tits out, like up and out, and like my little spaghetti strap, and I can't walk out in like 0 degrees. So you gotta grab that fracket. You take it to the frat. You either try to find a brother that like is cool, or you try to find an area that you know nobody will really go in. Like we'll put it in like the kitchen cabinet or some shit like that.
Ooh, smart.
People steal your frackets.
Have
so
you
that's
had a
why I
fracket
had to-
stolen?
I have not, but I had somebody who was so stupid. Like, so stupid. She brought her North Face. And she got it stolen.
no.
I
Well,
was
duh.
like, well, that was your mistake,
Yeah.
Chief. Like, don't bring an expensive jacket to a frat,
Yeah.
one.
Go to
Because
Goodwill and get a freaking zip up.
exactly. I literally have actually, from Goodwill, a sweatshirt that I thought was cute, but the way it fits at the bottom, it makes me look like I have a large fupa. And not that there's anything wrong with a large fupa, go for it, chief. I love
just
that
not
shit.
on my body.
Just like when I don't have it and like it makes me look a little disproportional for the rest of my body, I'm like, I don't really need this sweatshirt for style, like, times. So now I just use that as a Fracket.
Okay.
And it's a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So life tip. Get a Fracket.
Get a Fracket. Even if you don't go to frats, get a Fracket and call it one.
And try to Uber. And Uber has a split option. So, like,
so you can split it with your friends?
Between your friends, yes.
A little bit cheaper.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that way, you know, you don't have to deal with people not Venmoing you. It's like, no, you have to actually pay the person right now. Fuck you. Cindy, you didn't pay me back for the Uber we took last weekend. What the fuck?
Cindy's never, ever pay you back. They kind of just take advantage of you. And
Never met a Cindy?
I've never met a
never
Cindy
do.
either.
I've met a Cindy before.
How was she?
Yeah, she was alright. Nothing memorable. I just remember she was Cindy.
Yeah.
You typically remember Cindy's as Cindy's.
Yeah.
They stick out in your brain.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you went to college, were you immediately inducted into the party life, or did it take you a little bit to find your footing?
I definitely immediately was in there because I mean,
Something you wait for.
Yeah.
Like, when you think of college, you're just like, I'm gonna get drunk.
Yeah. I'm gonna get drunk and nobody can tell me that I can't. Like, my parents
my
aren't
mom's 2
here.
hours away. So.
Exactly. And I'm also gonna snort a line off Fred from Gamma Pi's dick, and it's gonna be great. Fuck you, Mom. You know? And that's actually what people do. But
Snort lines off dicks?
Actually, I've heard a rumor that is a pledging thing for one of the sororities. It's called Snow or Blow.
Oh my god.
Which means you either suck the frat brother's dick, which is the blow part, or you do a line off of their erect penis.
Which is the snow part.
Which is the snow part.
Could you choose to do both?
It's like, can I just do the line and then give you a quick... some head? Like, you know what I mean?
If I do both, do I get higher up in the sorority?
Exactly. Am I the president now? Like, what's up? Yeah, so that's just so much fun. Like, the sorority life.
Are you in sorority life?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. I'm a GED, which is what Rowan calls a goddamn independent. GDI, but they call it GED.
Okay.
But going back to your question, I mean, you've met my mom.
Yes.
Right? So my mom is so chill, so much different than my dad. And throughout my high school career, even when I wasn't, because I moved in with her my junior year of high school, and so even when I wasn't living with her and I was just there on the weekends, like, she started training me to drink, like, responsibly when I was, like, 14 or 15.
Right.
And so she would, I mean, like, when I tell people that, they're like, are you kidding? And I'm like, no, like,
She knew
it's
what
like,
she was doing.
at dinner, like, she would let me have wine, and she would always be there, so that way I could learn where my tolerance was.
Yeah.
Okay.
For alcohol. And I feel like I appreciate her so much for that, because now I can go, so when I went to college, you know, I went straight to the party scene, and it is a lot different from high school parties, definitely.
Okay.
Especially Rowan, because Rowan's such a big party school.
How so would you say?
But, like, how are they different?
Yeah.
So, I want to say house parties. I haven't been to many house parties in Tums River, so I don't know what you guys might have gone to if you didn't.
We don't do parties.
We do not do that, actually. So
Our circles are very small.
the small. Besides the party that you threw that I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Which I want to talk about that later. I was thinking about that in the car, and I was like, oh my god. I started giggling as I was driving. I was like, hee. But anyway, I completely just lost my thought. What I was talking about.
Difference between high school parties and college parties.
Okay, so in high school, it was more of like, you knew everyone.
Okay.
And, you know, it's like, oh, everybody's in the basement, and sometimes people don't really dance or anything like that. You just talk, you get drunk, and it's your excuse to, like, get drunk and make out with your, like, crush that's in your English class, you know?
Yeah.
That always stares at you, but you're like, oh, does he like me? And then he gets the
don't
balls.
talk ever again.
Yeah, he finally gets the balls to, like, come up to you and talk to you because he's drunk and he's an insecure male in high school. And you're like, oh my god, he talked to me. Oh my god, I love you. And then you make out, and then it's awkward afterwards, and they never talk to you again.
you see him in the hallway and you're just like, I had my tongue down your throat.
Yeah, but that aspect of it is a little bit like college, because there is a lot of things where it's like the frat brother will see you make out with you, and then when they see you in real life, they're like, yeet. Like, they just...
I do not know you. We never talk. We never swap saliva.
Yeah. They see you walk in the library, they walk out. Like,
see, but that's me with the men that I have these casual encounters
you're
with.
Just like, ooh, don't want to see you.
But the good thing is, my beat is so good at night, you know, that... And the way that I look, like, during class time is disgusting. Like, and that might be the reason why I don't have a boyfriend, because I only look good... Not that, okay, I look good.
You look good all the
hot,
time.
But, like, I only look, like
slim,
good, like, slim, thick, like, hey, bitch, like, with my makeup on, like, at night. Mm-hmm. You know, when nobody's looking for a relationship, they're just looking for shit. Not shit, but shit.
That's good for you. You're on your grind. It's your deterrent during the daytime.
So I'm like, you can't even recognize me, bitch. Like, I feel like I have a secret identity. Like, maybe I should name her. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. I really, oof.
Do you have a name for your drunk self?
I don't, but I watch Sarah Baska on... And her drunk self is named Nastasia.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. And I honestly think I should, like, develop a name for my drunk self.
I agree with that for my drunk self. Every time I'm drunk, I, like, look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you need a name.
Who are you?
Who are you?
For you, I could just so easily picture you, like, getting to, like, taking that last shot that puts you over the edge. Yeah. And you just... transforming and being like, the doctor is in.
Oh my god! Wait,
you only go by doctor when you're drunk?
That might be it.
Wow, we have figured it out.
That might be it, because, like, that's where I want to be, and, like, once I actually am a doctor, I'll be like, the real doctor is in. Hello, bitch. What's up? Because as a doctor, like, I mean, once I get that certification, my nose is gonna be in the air. I'll be
yeah.
I'll still be me, though.
Of course.
Humble.
Just those college parties alone, you get a good dose of sexual education and psychology, I'm sure.
Oh my god. Do you know how many people have been, like, fingered on the cheek dance floor?
Ew.
I can't.
And it's just like you're observing with your notepad and just... No.
Oh,
okay.
People watching is... that frat parties are perfect for people watching.
I want to go to a frat party so bad. I've never been to, like, a full frat party. My boyfriend's friend...
Yes.
Was, he went to, did he go to Montclair? Yeah, he went to Montclair. He was, like, a co-founder of a frat at Montclair, so he was just, like, frat god extraordinaire.
Oh.
And we went to the frat house, like, a few times, and, like, we celebrated 420 there.
Hey.
And that day was a blur.
That's that shit I love to hear.
But, like, I had never gone to, like, a full frat party. I had been there, like, just as it was starting, like, whatever. But, like, I just feel like it's probably the craziest, like, analyzation period.
Yeah.
Because you're just, like, okay, all of these people, like, kind of know each other, but don't know each other.
Yep.
And then, like, you see each other around, and you're like, okay, you're cute. Like, I caught my eye on you the other day. Hope you were here.
Yeah.
I just, like, and I want to experience it from someone who, like, doesn't go to college.
Yeah.
Who can just be there and just be like, yo, like, I'm in a frat house. Like, this is dope.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, come to Rowan whenever the fuck you want. I'm serious, the both of you, whenever you want. Because you're both girls. I can get you in anywhere you want to go. If you were dudes, they'd be like, fuck, I have to worry about ratio and money. And that's another thing that sucks. It's like, especially if you're in a relationship, like when I was dating Dylan, it was, like, anytime he came, I was like, I had to find, because we had, all over the place, my thoughts right now. We have friends, like, me and my old roommates used to be friends with, Teak, the frat that I mentioned before, a lot of the guys there, and, mostly my roommates, but I knew them, and so, one of my roommates knew so many brothers there, and I was always like, can you please get Dylan a ticket for this party, or get him ratio, or get him on the list, or something like that, and she, like, almost never pulled through, and so I would have to do it myself, because she was kind of, I kind of get it, she didn't want to really bother them, but then also, like, she also acted like she was like, oh my god, I'll do anything Dylan's coming, like, all that stuff, and then she just wouldn't pull through. Same thing with my best friend Matt. Like, I'd be like, oh, Matt wants to come out with us tonight. And she would always be like, Matt, oh my God, I fucking love you. Like, every time he walked in. But then, like, she would never, like, put in the effort to, like, get him a ticket. I always had to do it.
Yeah.
So, and it was fine. But guys, like, they almost always have to have either ratio. No, both. They normally need ratio. Do you know...
What is ratio?
So it's basically like, okay, like think about what a ratio is, like 3-to-1 or something like that. So like 3, it's almost always 3-to-1 the ratio too. So it's like each 3 girls to 1 guy. So each guy has to have 3 girls with him.
That's how it works.
That's to get in
at a party.
Yeah.
That's very. It's not even like a club. It's not like
it's a frat house.
It's a frat house.
No, and a club is easier to get into.
They should partying very seriously.
Yeah. Well, also it's like frat guys want all the women to themselves, I guess. You know what I mean?
So they want as many girls as possible.
Yeah, and a lot of the times it's like a closed party, which means girls can go. Right. Girls can always, and there are some colleges where girls have to pay money.
Not at Rowan.
Not my school. Thank you. No, thank you.
They respect the party game.
No, yeah.
Is Rowan a big campus?
I want to say it's the perfect size. It's not too. It's not small. Considered small. But it is, like, a medium-sized campus. It's not... I don't know if you've ever been to, like, Rutgers. That shit's fucking huge. Like, that's the biggest campus I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've driven past Rutgers.
Yeah.
But even, like, driving past a sign is, like, the biggest sign I've ever seen for Rutgers.
And there's, like, 8 million campuses, like, all right next to each other for Rutgers. You have to take buses everywhere.
Jesus.
No, Rowan is good because...
It's like its own mini-city.
Yeah. Rowan is good because it's a good... I want to say there's, like, 20,000 people that go to the school, and, like, 5,000 to, like, 8,000 of them are commuters. So, there's a lot of people coming in and out, but for the most part, people live on campus. And there is, like, shuttles that take you to different parts of campus, but I want to say the longest walk, like, from point A to point B, is probably, like, 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Bad.
It's not bad at all. No. And, like, you can really walk anywhere you need to. I don't because, again, I'm lazy and I have my car on campus now, so why would I, you know?
Yeah.
Especially in the weather. If it's a nice day, I'll definitely walk.
Right.
But it's been gross.
Now, if you could fly.
Now, if I could fly, you would catch me flapping.
But would you be colder because you're in the wind?
No, you would be exerting energy, so I think internally that would be like, you'd be a little
sweaty.
And you'd be also less time, I think it would take.
Maybe.
So you wouldn't be cold for that long.
Energy.
That's true. It all depends on how much it would take out of you. Which I think it would kind of be like running. You know, my nose is stuffy again. I'm sorry. Okay. But
it adds to the sexy raspiness of your voice.
Oh, yes. Hi. What's up? The epitome of sexy is my nasally, stuffy, like, let me cough in your ear.
ASMR blowing your nose.
God. Hello.
Get real close to the mic.
ASMR.
Nice and slow.
Let me blow my nose for you.
So do you still find yourself seeing unfamiliar faces on campus?
Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
So then in, like, party settings, would you say you're more comfortable when you don't know everyone, or are you more comfortable when you do know more people?
I want to say it's changed for me over the course of college. Like, in the beginning, you don't know a lot of people, but you're kind of okay with it because it's like, all right, this is a new setting anyway, and everything's new for me, so I'm just going to be whoever the fuck I want to be, and, like, I don't care because I don't know these people. But then as you get older, it's like, I kind of like when I know, like, the guys in the frat. I kind of like when I know the gist of the people that are there, or at least, like, a group of the people that are there.
At least things are, like, a little familiar to you.
Yeah. And it also comes with, like, safety standards, too.
100%.
Because I know it's so upsetting to say that, like, knowing a brother really ensures that you're going to be kind of safe. You know, unless that brother is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Which, so a lot of guys are. Yeah. But, knowing a brother can almost always ensure you that you're not gonna be, you know, drugged or, you know, raped.
Or you could at least hope to God.
Yeah, or hope to God. Because, again, it's not...
And anything can happen.
100%, and, like, that brother could be your friend, and then they go ahead and do something like that
they get too drunk, and they're just like, you're attractive, I want to fuck you.
Exactly, and it's but I feel like you know how I am with men. I mean, like, I don't take shit from anyone, and that's probably why I don't like to waste my time with anyone either. Even with my guy friends, like, if you make any kind of comments that ever make me or one of my friends uncomfortable, like
you're out.
You're not in my, like, I don't even get to that point. Like, I spend a lot of time with my guy friends, and, like, if they ever said anything to make anyone uncomfortable, it's a no for me, because I know that if I was in the situation where I was the friend that was uncomfortable, I'd want my friend to, like, say, what the fuck is up? Yes. Like, don't ever say that again.
Yeah. I've done that many a times at parties.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's hard because at parties you have to deal with guys, passing by you on the dance floor, and they're touching your waist, and they're touching your ass, and it's like, don't touch me. And it's so normalized. It's so, rape culture in frats is everywhere, and just frat culture in general is such a puzzling thing. Before I wanted to do the sex ed and the human sexuality, I was thinking about where I wanted to go with everything, and I always said I wanted to do my master's thesis on masculinity and frat culture, because it's so puzzling.
Is it?
It's really,
there's so many layers to it.
Yeah,
there's many layers, and like from even like the initiation or introduction,
like pledging and stuff like that.
How intense do they get with that? Is it as intense as like you said, like the snow or blow?
Well, the thing is, they keep everything very secretive, but nothing stays a secret,
It's mainly because there's so many laws now. Yeah. And colleges have cracked down so much on fraternity and hazing and how brutal it used to get and can get.
It was worse before.
Way worse.
And in a lot of southern schools, it's still like that.
A lot of people have died from hazing.
Yeah.
I have heard that.
Because the kid from Penn State died from hazing.
How did he?
Well, this wasn't like specifically like, they shoved something up his ass and he died or some shit like that. Even though a lot of the hazing
is like super gay.
Super gay.
A lot of sodomy and
yes. And I'm like, what are you really, as the psych major, I'm like, what are you really trying to say when you want your pledge brother to touch your dick and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, nothing against my gay community. I fucking love those bitches, but it's like, it's literally like these guys who are like, ooh, like, we don't want any gay guy. Well, I don't know anybody at Rowan that's really like that, but like, it's like they get uncomfortable.
Frat.
Yeah, they get uncomfortable when there's like a gay guy near them or like speaking with that. They're like, they're flirting with me, but then they, want their pledge brother to tickle their balls for a pledging process.
Yeah, with the blindfold on, so they don't know what's going on.
Exactly. So
a lot of checking going on.
It's very interesting, and I don't think at Rowan it's that bad. Although I will say I know from one frat that is now unaffiliated with Rowan. I think it was at the time too.
Okay.
Who we know, one of the brothers who's in there, he's no longer in there, but I'm not going to say anything. Whose ass is branded.
Permanently. With what?
With a,
Why do I feel like I know who this is?
You definitely do.
Okay, we'll talk about it off air.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, it's for like one of the symbols in the fraternity thing. His ass is branded, and he showed us all drunk at a party. He was like, guys, look at this! And his hairy ass was so bad, and we were like, put that away, please!
Ooh, his hairy ass, huh? That singed ass hair at the time.
The singed ass.
Fantastic.
Imagine getting, like, but just think about
Imagine the healing.
But imagine just being okay with somebody branding you. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you won't let a gay person near you because you think they're flirting with them.
Yes.
Or, you won't let a girl attach themselves to you because, God forbid.
That's commitment.
But your commitment to this fraternity is unparalleled.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's like a social psychology thing. You go into, like, how the harder it is to get into, and this is like, there's so much research, the harder it is to get into a group, the more you appreciate the group when you get in. So that's why, like, normally in the pledging process, like, they start out with lighter shit, and the hardest shit to do, you know, like that crazy shit, is at the end. So it's like the last 2 days of pledging. Because in their minds, it's like, I went through all this shit already.
Right.
And so now it's just one more thing that I have to do. Yes, it's horrible, but once it's almost over. And once I get in, like, and that's why I feel like that's why frat brothers have this pride. That's like, this is my fraternity.
Yeah, because they worked to get there.
Exactly. Otherwise, it's just
and they went through shit.
Yeah.
Like, they went through trauma together, if you think about it. And it's like...
And if they don't have that pride, it's like, I just went through all of that trauma for...
Nothing.
Yeah. So you need that.
But why do you let it get... That's what I think, like, fraternity brothers, and not all fraternity brothers. I love how I have to say that. Like, not all men. Not all fraternity brothers, you know, are insecure or stuff like that. But I feel like there comes a point of insecurity where it's like... You want this so bad that you're willing to do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you want to be a part. And, I mean, frat life, if you think about it from the average straight, let's go white male.
Yeah.
Like, thinking of college life, like, that's all they think about is, like, oh, I want to be in a frat. I want to be, you know, I want to fuck. I want to do drugs. I want to do this. And it's like... you know,
it's just so glorified.
It is.
From movies to just like social media now.
Yeah.
Like everything about like frats and college life is so glorified. That they don't really show that like frat life probably isn't all like hunky dory and like.
And then once that's over, where do you go from there?
Plus, also where frats live, they're all boys, so they don't know how to fucking clean. So their house is always dirty.
It's disgusting.
Like filthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even tell you how many fraternities I've been to that, like, they only live upstairs. Because downstairs is where they throw the parties, and it's just destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, and they just don't really... Yeah, exactly. The bathrooms...
Dominic just did a full body cringe for those listening.
I went T-Rex arms.
You guys are coming to Rowan, and you're experiencing everything about a frat party.
It literally. You.
Even the fun part, the people watching part, the weird frat men part, and the gross, disgusting bathroom part. I prefer to pee outside.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Do you bring your own TP?
Normally, yes. I'll keep it in my boot. But if not, I have mastered the squat twerk. So, like, okay, wait, here, I'll show you. So, like, you pull down your pants right outside. And almost always I bring someone with me because at this point I'm probably really drunk, so I have to hold their hands.
And you're also vulnerable because...
Oh, well, yeah. Hello. Yeah. But I'll literally walk outside, so you squat down, whatever, and then as soon as you're done, you put your hands on your legs and you just, like, wiggle it off. Just shake your ass out.
Yeah.
Shake it off. Twerk it out. That's what I always say. I go, twerk it out. And then, you're a little dry. It's kind of gross, but everything about a frat party is kind of gross.
Yeah.
And you're already sweaty and drunk and your makeup's melting off and you just don't care at that point. And you're, not waiting in a line for a bathroom that's absolutely disgusting. And there's no toilet paper in general. Even if you're inside, there's no
it's
toilet
a frat
paper.
House. Like,
they hide that shit because, like...
to lick it off.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Oh, I could see that. They're like, okay, for 1 week, you have to lick the pee off of my fucking penis, bitch.
It'll be like, worth it in the end, trust me.
And every time you're in the house, you have a walkie-talkie for when I'm ready for you.
Oh, dear God.
A walkie-talkie? Paging penis licker. Come on in, I just finished.
Is it a code 1 or 2?
I don't have to shake it out this time.
Okay, we're
Code 1 or 2? Sorry.
We're going to start wrapping up the podcast.
Okay.
But I have one more question for you before we ask you our final 2 questions.
Oh, yes. Okay.
If you could make one rule that everyone in the world has to follow, there's no way that anyone could break the rule.
It's the golden rule.
What would that rule be?
It would probably be something with, like, consent. Like, it would probably be, like, if a woman doesn't want you to touch her or speak to her, don't.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And no, I would love that. Because the fact that, I mean, where are my keys? I don't even know, but I carry pepper spray around me with me.
I saw it on your keychain
always.
before.
And,
good.
you know, Yes, some people really are like, really pepper spray? And I'm like,
yes, really.
Do you know what kind of world we live in?
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's really, and those are the same girls that are like, I need you with me when I walk outside. Like, women know. Like, we know how unsafe it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we still, like, a lot of girls just put it to the back of their head.
It's on my forefront at all times.
Yeah, and it's just like, even walking around in Glassboro sometimes, because outside of Rowan's campus, it's not that great of an area.
Yeah.
And there are people that just drive by and they shout at you from their window, and
Yeah.
it's like, whether they be college people or fucking grown men.
Yeah.
Like, grown-ass men with kids, with wives, with, you know what I mean? And it's disgusting, and I hate it, and it makes every single girl uncomfortable. It's not a compliment.
No.
It's not. And it's, don't do that. Especially if you see someone that's alone, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Don't go near them. Even if your intentions are like,
Yeah, even
just, I think you're pretty. Okay, we live in a world where if you say that to me, it still makes me uncomfortable because I'm alone.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're going to do to me.
Right. But also, it should work the other way, as if that person's alone, don't even if they're not alone, don't go up to them, because even if they look nice, you don't know if they're going to be nice.
Exactly.
Like, you might say hi and they might pepper spray you right in the face.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's like, just don't. Yeah, that would be my law. My universal law is, if somebody doesn't want you to touch them or talk to them and they say no, you take no as an answer.
And you walk
go
away.
And in a perfect world, that's what would happen. But we all know it's not a perfect world.
Yes.
And since we had the last guest ask you a question, can you ask a question for our next guest?
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yes, it might be basic. If your embodiment, like your whole like personality was a album.
Okay.
Any album.
Ooh.
What would it be?
Interesting.
Yeah.
What
I
album
love
would
that.
you be?
My entire personality?
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really fucking difficult to say. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Growlers' Casual Acquaintances. Just came out.
Ooh.
It's beach goth. That sums it up for me.
Ooh.
Beach goth.
What about you?
Ooh. I don't know. I'm not much of like an album person. I'm kind of just like song by song. I think one of the albums that I think I can get down to the most and like can relate to like every single song on the album is Ruin Your Party by Scotty Sire.
Really?
I love that album so much.
Oh my god, I've never listened to his music.
It's so good. He does like rap pop.
Okay.
And like all of his music is like self-deprecating, and like he talks about his depression and his anxieties, and like just his songs are very relatable. And he has a song called FOMO that's just like really funky, and like it has a kind of like a 70s disco vibe to it.
Ooh.
And it's just it's so good.
I love 70s.
And I just like love like walking to it, and like I
to
take
the beat.
Yeah, I take Squish
like,
on a walk, and I like strut down the freaking street, and I'm just like, yes.
And Squish is like,
yeah, and Squish is like strutting her shit.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm having a great time.
I can hear it too because I have super dog hearing.
Yeah, she probably can.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what I would pick. Oh, yes, I do. Duh. Okay. Disappear Here, that album by Bad Sons. I don't know
Never
if you
heard of
know
it.
of that band. Adore them. Probably my favorite artists. I think my favorite band. And you know I'm like hardcore One Direction. Like I love those bitches for so long.
Live on
They
one day.
were the best.
Me and Gianna became friends over 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yes, and I still love it. Their new album is incredible.
I listened to a couple of songs,
Yeah.
but like their music is way better than the last album they put
Yeah,
out.
I agree
So much more better.
100%.
Like
and
it sounds like their first album. But,
Yes!
like, better.
Dude, boy bands are unifying. I think instead of like sending diplomats over the country, we should just like send groups of boy bands to perform for other countries. And all would be well.
Yo, One Direction was worldwide. They really were.
Yeah.
They changed my life.
Yeah. They changed my life too. Do
Well,
you
I-
remember the Zayn doll that I got for my birthday?
I remember that.
I brought it on the
Wait.
bus. Remember?
I have a picture with that
With the Zayn doll, yes!
on my Facebook.
Yes! No!
Cherished it. Cherished it. Was Zayn also your favorite?
Zayn was my favorite for a while,
Zayn
yes.
was my favorite
Oh
for a
my
while. I
God.
bounced back and forth between Harry and Zayn.
Same.
Ooh, I bounce between Liam and Harry. And then for a second, I was really into Niall.
So was I.
Irish
One
man.
year, I was like, ooh, I saw Niall in concert in September.
Did
It
you?
was-
He's
and
solo now.
Maren Morris. Oh my god,
Who's
I
that?
fucking love. She's a country singer, and
Okay.
since my mom moved to Texas, I've gotten into country a little bit. And honestly, it's not that bad. Like there are some. I mean, Maren Morris is like more pop country, so it was easy to get into her.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you watched the Grammys, but like Casey
didn't.
Musgraves won like album of the year.
Okay.
And above like Drake, and Casey Musgraves is one of my favorite country singers too.
Okay.
So I love it. I love it. And Maren Morris and Niall Horan together, they have a song together too on
they?
his album, and
Oh,
they
I'm gonna
came
check
out
it
and
out.
sang it. And I was like, I went with Krista.
Oh my
and
god.
Krista like showed me Maren Morris too, and it was so much fun. But yeah, and Bad Sons Disappear Here. It's a great album. There's so many songs that are just like so relatable, so relatable. And there's one that's called Even in My Dreams I Can't Win. And I'm like, oh my god, me. Like that's literally me. And it just talks about like the awkward little things that you do, and in your head you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why did I just like when like for example, like when the person is like, enjoy your movie, and you say you too, and you're like, why the fuck did I just do that? Like that's literally, he describes those little things and in such a like boppy way. And like some of my favorite songs ever created are on that album too. So it's a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and I feel like that represents me a lot.
Good.
Because she's a high and a low girl. You know what I mean?
We all have our mood swings.
Oh, yes.
Life's a fucking mountain.
It is. It
It's
really
the climb.
It's the clown.
Oh, hey.
So Gianna,
Yes.
you have been such a wonderful guest.
Oh, my God.
You really have.
You really, really have.
Really?
You have given us a lot of insight on things that we needed insight on, such as the college life.
Yeah,
You-
seriously. I had so many questions, and you have answered a lot of them.
Thank you.
Good.
And we really like the whole thing you got going on.
Your charisma,
So-
your energy.
Oh, my God. Stop. I'm really blushing now.
So I'm really excited to ask you this question because I
Yeah.
think a lot of viewers will benefit from this. What is the one thing that you would want our listeners to take away from this episode of the podcast?
Wear a condom. Always.
Wear a
Always have a
condom.
condom
I
on
love
you.
that.
Please. And, again, no means no. Know that. Any type, only yes and no is consent. Enthusiastic yes is a yes.
Yes.
And no means no. And
A
bring
nervous
condoms
yes
with
is
you.
not a yes.
Right.
Yes. And condoms are the only contraceptive that block from STDs. That's something that people don't remember. What else? Follow me on Twitter. No, I'm kidding.
No, yeah.
Plug yourself. Please plug yourself.
That was actually going to be my next question. So where can they find you on social media if they want to find you?
Oh, it's actually just, I keep it real simple, you know, because, like, I'm going to be famous one day, so, like, my followers just need my regular name, you know what I mean? No, well, actually, yeah, it is like that. It's just at Gianna Floria.
Okay.
2 N's in Gianna, and Floria is spelled like Florida without the D. That's what I say at the tanning salon when they're like, last name, and I don't feel like spelling it out, because I always have to.
Yeah.
I'm like, Floria, it's Florida without the D. And
I feel
that's how
like-
they remember me.
I feel like if someone said that to me, I would have to, like, think about it harder.
Yeah,
like,
and they do, and they're like, so now they remember me.
So they type in Florida and then just, like, backspace.
Yes. Exactly, and I'm like, if that's what you gotta do, if it's quicker, go for it.
you gotta
It
do.
gets you there, baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where can our listeners find you if they wanted to, Miss Dana Renee?
Well, they can find me on Twitter at DanaRenee_, and on Instagram at DanaRenee__. That's DANARENEE_, and DANARENEE__. Dominique, where can they find you on social media?
If you want to see my virtual life, you can follow me at Dommy Darko. That is DOMMY_DARK and the number 0.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
You're so
I
welcome.
feel so honored, and I'm so happy that I gave you everything that you wanted from me.
You gave the people what they needed
You
to
gave
hear.
us more than what we wanted.
Yes,
Yeah.
you exceeded.
You know I love to deliver.
And you did so well. You're going to get a tip.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. And also thank you for dealing with my sickness.
No problem.
And my snot rocket.
We all have our issues going on. I'm still getting over a sinus infection from like 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
So
we love a
the
sick
mucus
sister.
family is still living in my sinuses and moving down to my chest. So
very cute. Maybe she'll become bronchitis. Oh my god.
we can only hope.
When she grows up.
Character development.
Yes.
You can find out about that next week with our next guest. We're not saying it.
You'll
It's
find
gonna
out.
be a surprise.
Ooh, we love a good surprise.
We love a sister surprise.
James Charles, don't sue us.
All right, my friends. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
We wish you well.
And we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.